You know what? I'm going to let my buddy Matthews take it over from here. We got a great clip from Chris Matthews on MSNBC the other night. I mean, look, we've been saying it on the show for 2 weeks now, right? Even before the election was over, we were telling you that they were going on the center-right crap, and what a load it was. But it was nice to see it on traditional cable news. Chris Matthews taking out a lead pipe and going to work on my boy Todd Harris here from the Republican Party. Let's roll.
Todd, it seems to me that he's got one chance. Ronald Reagan taught everybody that. Get it done the first year or don't talk about it anymore. It seems to me that the Democrats are going to deliver what they promised. It's not anybody else's promise. It's their promise. They've got to get health care done. They've got to create a universal health care system. They've got to deal with energy, create green jobs, the 5 million green jobs he promised to produce. He's got to do it. He can't say, I'll put it off till after the year after next. He's got to deal with it in his first Congress. That means get it done basically by June of next year. Just in political terms, do you think this guy can survive as president if all he does is do a little tax cuts and push S-chips or removes the ban on stem cell?
No, I don't. But big doesn't need to be conflated with liberal. He can be big and still govern from the center. I think it's important that people not lose sight over what this election was and what it wasn't. What it was a historic victory for Barack Obama. What it was not was a wholesale realignment of American politics to the left. If you look at
you guys are so you speak with a forked tongue, Todd. You speak with a forked tongue. Let me just tell you something. When Ronald Reagan won with 51%, let me finish my point. When Ronald Reagan won with 51%. When your guy, George W. Bush, won with less votes than Al Gore, you talk about mandates, he came in there and did exactly what he wanted to do. He cut taxes for the rich across the board. He did everything he wanted to do. He took us to war in Iraq the way he wanted to do it. The idea that you should pussyfoot if you're a Democrat, but if you're a Republican, go in there whole hog, you have a totally two standards here. Republicans should take advantage of every victory and call it a mandate. Democrats should go in and be very cautious. Gee whiz, I'm sorry for being here. I hope we don't offend the conservatives. I mean, isn't it...
Chris,
Steve McMahon, would you jump in here, Steve, please?
Hold on. If Obama wants to end his presidency with a 22% approval rating, then he can do just what Bush did.
Like I said, it's what we've been saying for how many weeks on the show now. Bush didn't even win the popular vote in 2000. 2004, he sneaks by, and he screams about a mandate. I remember, we were doing the show in 2004, and I was like, mandate? This son of a bitch won by like a tiny, tiny percentage, barely pulled it out in Ohio, and some people think that he didn't even pull it out in Ohio, let alone what happened to do that. Mandate? And Bush gets up there, he's got his puffed chest, and he says, I remember the press conference clearly, we covered on the show, and he says, I got some political capital to spend. I'm going to go ahead and spend it now. Well, by the way, nicely done. Mission accomplished. You spent all of it. So now, Obama landslides McCain's ass, picks up 9 states that used to be Republican, all the way to Indiana, North Carolina, etc., and the Republicans just center right, center right, get thee behind me, right? No, why should we? No, he was elected for a reason, and Chris Matthews is right. He damn better well do it.